What's up, folks? How you doing? Welcome to Football Digest, episode number 22. This one, I'll call it extra digest because I want us to digest extra on something that is of serious magnitude, and I feel it just can't go like that without having more light being shed on it. All right? And yeah, like I said on my post, on a previous post, I was supposed to do this with someone else, but apparently he got caught up somewhere. He couldn't show up, and I just had to do it, and I had to do it myself. So yeah, it's unfortunate we couldn't get the insights of someone else, but I'll try and organize something else with him to either come through or not. Okay? And yes, I got shaven, squeaky clean. I feel good. Yes, and I look good. All right, so I'm gonna dive right into it. So much has been said, so much has been written. So much has been rumored about this whole issue, and that is the Arsenal crisis. And like I said, so much has been said, so much has been written, and very little has been done so far. So yeah, the rumors have been going around, like Arsene Wenger has decided, or he has told his staff that he's not gonna be leaving, he's gonna be staying. He's gonna be honoring his contract like he always does. And then there's all these rumors that players are having special meetings with the manager, and those special meetings, guys like Koscielny are breaking down in tears. Oh my god, because apparently his children are asking him, what the hell, dad, is happening at the club? You guys are performing poorly. What the hell is not going on? You know, and he doesn't have the right answer to give them. So so much shit is going on at Arsenal right now. I don't even know where to start. So I don't know. The question is, and this is the conundrum right now with many Arsenal fans, is should Arsene Wenger, a person who has sacrificed so much for this club, a person who has uplifted this club, a person who has decided to stick with this club despite numerous of sumptuous offer being thrown at him, but decided to stick with this team. A person who at once was given so meager resources and expected so much of him and expected to produce brilliant results from such small resources that he was being given, and he did that consistently. Should that person be hounded out like a freaking dog and just thrown out, or should he give him one more year to see if he's gonna turn things around, or should we wait till the end of the season and then we can tell him, you know what, we appreciate really greatly how much and what much you've done for us, but man, it's time to leave. That is the conundrum right now with many Arsenal fans, and I'm guessing even so with the board. But I gotta say, man, I don't feel like even the Arsenal board has any balls, because if they did, they would have terminated this whole issue kitambo sana, a long time ago. Because this whole issue started, I think, in 14-15 season. 13-14 season, we won the FA Cup and ended our goal drought. There was not much uncertainty to do with Arsene Wenger's contract or his future. Then 14-15 season, we defended the FA Cup against Aston Villa. Comfortable win that was. And that time, I felt for me this was the right time for Arsene Wenger to go. Because at that time, we had stayed for more than 10 years without winning the title, without winning the league. Then we had won the FA Cup back-to-back, and all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, he can stay and everything. That was not the right time to leave. That was not the right time to stay. I think that for me would have been the perfect time to leave. But what happened? The board added him 2 more years to his contract, and apparently it was supposed to end in 2017, right? Then 15-16 came, we got knocked out of the FA Cup by Watford. 16-17 came, that is last season, and we had one of the worst seasons we've had in a long time. Luckily, we won the FA Cup, and then the uncertainty that was there with Arsene Wenger, because his contract was definitely ending 30, yeah? So there was so much uncertainty as to whether he should stay or not. The board added him 2 more years, and everybody at that time was feeling like, yo, man, this is it. This is the perfect time for you to leave. We understand you've had a terrible season, and that is the season, by the way, got beat 10-2 on aggregate by Bayern Munich last season. Shit, I will never forget that season. And from that beating by everything else just went downward spiral. It was bad, 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 just like we are in right now. The only thing that turned around that season was winning the FA Cup. And ikafunga watu macho, it hoodwinked the board, and they added 2 more years to his contract. But that for me would have been another perfect chance wasted by the board and by Arsene Wenger for him to leave. Which leaves us with what we have right now. A crisis. And everybody is baying for his blood. Like, there's so much negativity towards Arsenal right now, and mostly towards Arsene Wenger. It hurts, honestly. Because for a person who has been so committed to the club, for a person who has been so faithful to the club, for a person who has uplifted this club, put it on a global map, it's amazing how much hatred we can have for such a person. It's amazing. It's amazing how badly we can want that person to leave. But it leaves us in a situation where this is the only option we have. Because, for so long that Arsenal was performing badly or not winning titles because we are not buying players. Like, we are not pouring money into the transfer market like the likes of Chelsea were doing, the likes of Manchester City were doing, the likes of Manchester United are doing. And we thought like, we need to pour in money into the transfer market and fetch some good players. And we went ahead and did. We bought the likes of Ozil, we bought the likes of Sanchez, we bought the likes of Mustafi, guys costing 30 million, and that was when the fees for the players were not hiked. Not like right now where everybody is just going obnoxiously crazy with some crazy ass figures. That time, buying 42 million or spending 42 million on a player was quite something. Quite something. And Arsenal went out of their way and we bought Ozil. Then we bought Sanchez. And you're thinking like, oh shit, now we're taking a curve. Now we're starting to drift to a club that is, entirely serious. Like, they want to challenge for something and challenge for real. Then we bought the likes of Mustafi. We bought the likes of, even got Czech from Chelsea. We got Xhaka from Mönchengladbach. And when we was buying these players, they were real quality players, like Wally Kwasawa. They are the kind of players even other clubs would have wanted to have. But that has been done, but shit is getting worse. Man, like, now these players have come and they have all turned to shit. Like, what the hell could be going on? And even if Wenger stays, I don't know what different he can do that he has not tried to do in the last, let's say, 5 years. What different? And it's definitely not possible to wipe out a whole entourage of players. Like, you just can't wake up one day and you say, Xhaka, Mustafi, Ozil, blah, 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 watu kama 5 ama 6 wauzwe. That is kinda unrealistic. The most realistic thing to do right now is to tell the manager, you know what, these guys are not playing for you. I mean, we appreciate what you've done, but your tactics are they're not just working. I mean, you've been exposed day in, day out. Nowadays, you're losing to the likes of Bournemouth. I mean, no disrespect to Bournemouth, but I mean, these are no clubs you should be getting beat by. We're losing to the likes of Brighton. We're losing to the likes of Swansea. Man, it's only a matter of time before we go get beat by Huddersfield and Newcastle. Fucked up shit. So, we are in a situation where right now, the easiest thing to do is just let the manager go. And I feel for me, we should not hound him out, like right now. Because I still appreciate what he has done. I mean, he's an old guy. Hounding him out will just, I don't know, it'll just seem kind of wrong. I want him to go badly. But I think the best thing that Arsenal can do right now is come out and say, like, we've decided a mutual agreement. We've decided that Arsene Wenger, come the end of the season, is not going to be, is no longer going to be the Arsenal manager. We've come to an agreement and we've decided, like, this is it. The last 1 year you can pay him out. We have the fucking money. So he's going to be leaving at the end of the season. Then get someone who can come in and galvanize that team, because those guys individually, they are good players. I mean, Koscielny kuna time nilikuwa ndio boss mse, like, he is that shit. Hakuna venye unaweza pita msee. Nowadays I'm like, oh my god, here we go again. He's about to fuck up. Crazy. Mustafi is a German international, not a World Cup winner. But nowadays, you just see him on the pitch and you get disgusted. Xhaka, when he bought Xhaka, he was fantastic. He had so much promise when he bought him. I was going nuts over that transfer. Nowadays, I'm going absolutely nuts on the opposite side, seeing him on the pitch. It's crazy. It's like a total reflection of what we used to be, of anything that can go bad with these players. Mustafi is great, but right now he's the exact opposite of what he's supposed to be. Xhaka is exact opposite of what he's supposed to be. Man, you've got the likes of Aubameyang, and in that short period of time, he has bought into this whole shit, bad mood in the club. He's performing poorly. Lacazette, a guy who banked 37 goals last season, is struggling to hit 10 goals this season. I mean, come on. And we've been with this manager for so on and so forth, season in, season out. Always feeling like when we hit the top 4, like that's a fucking achievement. That's like a fucking trophy. Then we go to the Champions League and we get embarrassed each and every time. I can't recall the last time to repeat a round of 16, by the way. I can't. It's always round of 16. You get beat. You meet the likes of Barcelona, they beat you. You meet the likes of Bayern Munich, they beat you. You meet the likes of Monaco, they beat your freaking ass. I mean, it doesn't get worse than that. It doesn't. And for me, I feel like it's unfortunate that Wenger, who has been so faithful a servant to the club, is turning into a villain. And everybody just wants his head. Like, everybody just wants him to leave and leave immediately. And then I'm like, all right, so we want him to leave and leave immediately. And then who comes in? Because right now, we ain't going to get Diego Simeone to leave Atletico Madrid and come over to Arsenal. We ain't going to have Allegri leaving Juventus, who are on the verge of clinching another Serie A title, who are still in the Champions League, of which will be decided today, who are still in the Champions League, to leave and come here and start debating over whether he should win the Europa League or not. No one is going to leave. The only one person who is available right now is Carlo Ancelotti. And what different is he going to do? Because you feel like over the summer, we can let Arsene Wenger go, then we can have an overhaul of some players and bring in some real quality players alongside a quality manager. But right now, there ain't no different stuff we can do right now, even if you let Arsene Wenger go. But does he stay and fuck this whole club, which is already fucked up right now? It's a quagmire, my friends. It's a quagmire. It's a big time quagmire. And yes, we may want him to leave right now. We may get Carlo Ancelotti, come, try and galvanize this team, try and make them go and win the Europa League, which would be fantastic. But even if Arsene Wenger stays and wins the Europa League, that should not be a guarantee of him staying again in the club. That should be the beginning point of him leaving Arsenal. Because if we do the mistake again, then you're going to be in this same shithole next season. I mean, been in this shithole for like forever right now. I mean, every season we go, you talk about the same stuff. Poor performance, no physical grit in that team, poor tactics, getting exposed, losing to the same big teams in a big way. I mean, come on, man. This is it. This is the time that he has to leave. And it's a pity that he has to leave as a villain, because the more he stays, the bigger the villain he becomes, the bigger the target he has on his back. And he can leave right now, because even if he does leave, unlike him staying one more season and where everybody's going to label him as a villain, man, we're going to erect a statue for him. So, as in, for me, I feel like this season should be the end of him and Arsenal, because everybody is feeling like we need that change. There needs to be a change at Arsenal. Something has to give. Even Peter Hillwood, the former board chairman for Arsenal, by the way, who was so instrumental in hiring of Arsenal, in hiring of Arsene. See, he has confused our minds. Hadi nasemanga Arsene ni Arsenal, ama Arsenal ni Arsene, who was so instrumental in hiring of Arsene Wenger. Came out this week, but he was quoted saying, like he feels like Arsene Wenger has overstayed his welcome, like he should leave. He feels like there needs to be a change in management, and Arsene Wenger is part and parcel of that change. He is one of the persons who should be changed, and I feel like it's okay. I mean, I don't disagree that Wenger has sacrificed so much, but he can't say Arsenal has not given him something in return. I mean, he earns £10 million a year, I think. He's among the highest paid managers in the world. When all these big clubs came dangling some carrots for him to go and, sign for them and get some big bucks, we have paid him handsomely. He can't say, like, Arsenal has not paid him. He has been paid. For so long, by the way, all news outlets were saying how Arsene Wenger is a freaking dictator as Arsenal. He has the biggest bucks in the club. I mean, yeah, we have absolutely paid him. So there is nothing of him trying to make it look like Arsenal owes him. Because sometimes you feel like him saying, I have sacrificed so much for this club. I have rejected so many bids and so many offers to stay in this club. Man, this club has paid you a big deal. So all those refusals you denied, or you refused to go to other clubs, they have been compensated. And you have been really greatly compensated. So it's not a thing of him like sacrificing so much for this club, so much that he has to stay or he has to dictate when he has to leave. No. He owes nothing to this club. He owes absolutely, especially financially wise. He owes nothing to this club. Or this club owes him nothing. All right? So he can't come and say, like, I've sacrificed so much for this club, so maybe he's trying kind of justify as to why he should stay. No. Not in my thinking. Not in my thinking. Not at all. So, yeah, I think for me, what Arsenal should do going forward is come out and say that Arsene Wenger will no longer be the manager of the club come the end of the season, and then go out there and fetch some good manager, and then for the remaining of the season, we can try to at least maybe get back and get behind this manager and support him. So some appreciation. Okay, nimekaa na wajaluo sana. Show some appreciation for the effort that he has put in for the club, for the sacrifice that he has made for the club. So I feel like for me that's the best move going forward. But then again, I feel like if he stays and you continue losing, like, what the hell? What is the need of having him around? I don't feel like he should be hounded out. Guys, you need to help me out here. Drop your thoughts on the comment section there, and tell me what you think, by the way. Should we just sack him right now, like ASAP? Just let him go, sack him, kaput? Or should we wait for the season to end, then we can, say, like, yo, we appreciate this is your what package, you can leave, because he has 1 year to go to his contract. You buy him out, or you pay him out, and we appreciate for all your efforts. We don't want to make this worse than it already is. Or now this obnoxious, do you let him see out his contract, which means we stick with him one more season? I don't think there's anyone who would go for that who is an Arsenal fan for real. And yeah, it has become so pathetic, by the way, that other fans are like sympathizing with us. Like Man U fans or some other fans from other clubs are sympathizing with how we're going. And it gets me wondering, like, how worse should it get before the board, who has no balls whatsoever to fire Arsene Wenger? That is why he's so vibrant and he can beat his chest and say, I can leave whenever I want. Which employee says when he or she wants to leave? It's up to the employer to decide when you can stay or when you cannot. All right? It's not up to you. So, yeah, like I was saying, what was I saying? Fuck, I've forgotten what I was saying. Yeah, so I think Arsene Wenger should just leave. I think we should announce that he's leaving at the end of the contract, at the end of the season, and then we can go out there and fetch a good manager. I was articulating one point, which is many potato. share. What was it? What was it? My goodness, I've forgotten that point. But yeah, my point is, he should stay till the end of the season. But if he stays and we continue getting beat, I don't know. That's why I'm asking you guys. I think I'll have to conduct or create a poll for this one, and you tell me what you think. Should we let him stay till the end of the contract? Should we let him stay till the end of the season, or should we just sack him ASAP? And I've remembered what I was saying. How worse should it get before we decided to, before he faces the sack? How worse? Because it's already worse right now. We've equaled the record of most number of losses in the season. That is 14 losses. And we have like 10 games to go. And being the Arsenal that we are definitely going to lose 1 or 2 games right there, if not 4. So we are definitely shattering that record. And you might even be surprised to meet, even if all that happens, the board will still be silent. Just there, silent, doing nothing. Like Stan Kroenke. That old guy has no balls to sack. I mean, Kroenke, I really doubt if he has any passion for football, and more so Arsenal. Apart from the money he makes from that club, I don't think he gives a damn about that club and about the fans more so. Because if he did, if he listened to the fans, if he cared about football, then Arsene Wenger would not be the manager right now. Because by God, I know if Arsene Wenger was coaching a team like Chelsea and they performed dismally like Arsenal did, man, whoa, he would have been sacked like yesterday. I mean, even Conte right now, I'm sure he's so uncertain of his future. I mean, this guy, he's just coming from winning the league last season, and now they're struggling to get to the top 4. And definitely, he's not going to win the Champions League. No way. So, I don't know. I don't know how worse it's supposed to get for Arsenal. The board has no balls whatsoever. And Arsene Wenger is like a freaking dictator. He dictates when he wants to leave and when he doesn't. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how worse it can get before Arsene Wenger faces the sack. And then we're going on Thursday to face AC Milan, a team that is so rejuvenated right now under Gennaro Gattuso. And I have this feeling like we're going to get beat. I have this bad feeling like we're going to get beat. It's even worse that I have this feeling that we're going to get beat, and then I still have a feeling like Arsene Wenger will still continue being the Arsenal manager. He will not resign. He will not resign. I don't know. Like, it's a really bad combination of feelings right now. And it's being shared by so many Arsenal fans right now. We're going crazy over this manager. I don't know. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So, tell me what you think, because for me, that is what I think. He should, out of respect, because I still appreciate him, I still have some respect for him, which is quickly eroding each and every day. Out of respect, I think he should either resign, or the Arsenal board or Arsenal club should announce that Arsene Wenger's services will come to an end come the end of the season, and then the fans and the players and everybody who's against Arsene Wenger can at least for once, get behind him and support him, and at least end his services in a more, in a more friendly way, rather than in a more hostile way. Because the more he stays, the more hostile it gets for him, and the more fans become aloof to him and everything that he's done for the club, which is a pity, honestly speaking. So I think that's for me, that's what it should be. That's what it should be. I don't think he'll resign. So I think the Arsenal board should just say that come the end of the season, Arsene Wenger will no longer be the manager of the club. And I think Stan Kroenke put Josh Kroenke, his son, there because he doesn't have the balls to crack the whip when he's supposed to. And Josh is definitely not digging Arsene Wenger. I doubt if he's digging Arsene Wenger. because there are these rumors like some board members want Arsene Wenger to stay, some board members want him sacked ASAP, and I can't wait to see like the final decision what it's gonna be. And if you get beat by AC Milan, it'll just get worse for him, and it will be a pity. It's already a pity, by the way, that a person who has sacrificed so much is being seen as a villain, and everybody is hostile to him, me being included. And I've known, from when I started supporting Arsenal, I've only known Arsene Wenger. I've not known anyone else. I started supporting Arsenal in 2004. He was already 8 years in as the manager. So it's a pity, honestly. It's a pity. I appreciate what he's done for the club, but every story has its ending. And I think for him, it's leave now and live as a hero, or stay and live as a villain. I think he should hit that and hit it in a big way. All right? That's all I have for today. You should share your sentiments with me. Drop your insights, by the way, up on the comment section and tell me what you think. All right? If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and you like. All right? If you're watching this on Facebook, go ahead and like and join our Facebook group. It's called Football Digest, where we get to share our insights and discuss football matters and keep each and every one of us updated. All right? Thank you so much for having me. It's always a pleasure. God bless.